Welcome to this Tuesday, January 15th, 2019, regular meeting of the full county board. I'll call the meeting to order at this time. Please rise for the invocation by Member Gordon.
We give thanks to you, our Creator, for your many gifts. The gift of life itself, wonder beyond words. The world around us so filled with beauty, and the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. We ask you to guard and protect the health of all of our board members, our family members, and our staff, and to protect the health and strength of all who serve our citizens. Be with those who help to ease people's pain, resolve their difficulties, and fulfill their needs. We pray that you will guide the leaders of this nation and of all nations in paths of righteous acts, compassion, and humility. Inspire us this day with wisdom, vision, and courage as we act on behalf of all whom we serve. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would the county clerk please call the roll?
Jacob Beard. Lindsay Bloomfield. William Casely. Sharon Chung. Chuck Erickson. George Gordon. Elizabeth Johnston. Randall Martin. Catherine Metzger. Scott Murphy. Carla Robustelli. Susan Schaefer. Logan Smith. James Soldner. Gerald Thompson. Shana Wachinski. George Wendt. Lori Wolram. Josh Burnett. John McIntyre.
Here. We have 20 members present, no one absent, and we do have a quorum. And welcome back, Mr. Wendt. We'll go to item 5 on our agenda, appearance by members of the public and county employees. We have no one that's applied to speak today, so we'll move on to item 6, consent agenda. You have it before you. I'd say.
I move the consent agenda as presented.
Motion by Member Schaefer. Is there a second by Member Casely? Are there any comments, questions, additions, or corrections? If none, all in favor of approving the consent agenda as presented, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion has carried. We do have transfer ordinances, which can be found on pages 78 and 79 as part of our consent agenda. Are there any dissenting votes? It requires a 2/3 vote. If none, then we will mark it down as being passed unanimously, and we'll move on from there to item G on page 3, approval of resolutions and congratulations and commendations. And at this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Judy Newbrander, Dean of the Mennonite College of Nursing, to join. Hang on, huh? Hello? There we are. Thank you. Dr. Newbrander, it's my pleasure. Welcome.
Thank you.
To present this to you on this 100th anniversary of the Mennonite College of Nursing. And I'd like to read you this proclamation as well. Proclaiming January 23rd, 2019 as ISU Mennonite College Nursing Day, whereas 100 years ago, representatives from the Mennonite churches attended their annual conference and voted to establish a hospital and training school for nurses that would be recognized as one of the best in the nation. And whereas the Mennonite Sanitarium Training School was founded on January 23, 1919, and the first commencement took place in 1922 with 15 graduates. And whereas for 66 years, the Mennonite School of Nursing provided an outstanding curriculum, practical training experiences, and awarded diplomas to graduates of the program. And whereas in 1982, the Mennonite Hospital School of Nursing Board of Directors announced the establishment of the Mennonite College of Nursing, and the first degrees of the college were awarded in 1985. Whereas in 1995, the Mennonite College of Nursing approved the Master of Science in Nursing, and on July 1st, 1999, became the 6th academic college at Illinois State University. Whereas in the past 16 years, the college has increased its undergraduate enrollment, added 2 sequences to the master's program, created a doctoral program that includes a Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing and an online Doctor of Nursing Practice, DNP, as well as an accelerated Bachelor of Science in Nursing option, and open a state-of-the-art 10,000 square foot nursing simulation lab that provides students with real-life situations using high-fidelity patient simulators. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the McLean County Board declares January 23, 2019 as Illinois State University Mennonite College of Nursing Day, a day to recognize Illinois State University Mennonite College of Nursing's 100 years of dedication to maintaining important traditions while continuing to transform into an innovative, future-oriented program adopted by the McLean County Board this 15th day of January 2019. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
Very much. I hope you get a new building.
We do too. Thank you so much for this honor. We're very grateful for the recognition of McLean County for our College of Nursing. We are blessed to be in this county and to be a part of Illinois State University. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to the report of the standing committees. First of all, report of the Executive Committee, Vice Chairman Solder.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Executive Committee has one item for today for action. It's item 7A1A, request approval of the 2019 legislative program for McLean County, and I so move.
Motion by Vice Chairman Soldner, second by Member Barnett. Comments or questions or discussion?
I just wanted to mention that the committee met and we had a pretty healthy, lively discussion. We removed some things that were no longer germane. We added a few, and I want to assure the board that the legislative program will go to our local legislators and to our lobbying firm, Taylor Anderson in Springfield, and hopefully we can get some action. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. We'll move on to the report of the Finance Committee, Chairman Soldner.
All right, let's see. Next item then on finance, we have no items for action.
I'm sorry. Apologize.
I don't think we voted.
We have to take a vote.
Yeah.
Got in a hurry. I'm sorry. Is there a motion? We had a motion by Chairman Soldner, second by Member Barnett. Any other discussion? If none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is carried.
Well, you have other reports that are available, and along with our general report. I'd be glad to answer any of the questions.
Thank you, sir. Now we'll move to the Finance Committee report.
Finance Committee has no items for action this month. Again, there's a general report in the unapproved minutes. I would be glad to answer any questions on that.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll go on to the Health Committee. Chair, Member Schaefer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Health Committee has no items for action this month, and our general report could be found in the unapproved minutes packet.
Thank you. We'll move on to the Land Use and Development Committee. Chairman Erickson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Land Use and Development Committee has no items for action. Our items were found in the consent agenda. Our minutes can be found on page 22 through 23, the unapproved minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move on to the Transportation Committee report. Chairman Casely.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have no items for action, and our general report can be found
on pages 24 to 30 of the unapproved minutes.
Thank you, sir. We'll move on to item F, Property Committee Report by Chairman Murphy.
Thank you. We bring one item for action, request approval of an emergency appropriation ordinance amending the McLean County fiscal year 2018 combined annual appropriation and budget ordinance for facilities. And I so move.
Motion by Chairman Murphy, second by Member Thompson. Comments or questions? If not, this requires a 2/3 vote. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Are there any dissenting votes? Then the motion carries as unanimously.
We have no other items nor items presented for information.
Thank you, sir. We'll move on to the report of the Justice Committee Chair, Member Gordon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Justice Committee brings 2 items for action. Item G1A, request to approve the GATA intergovernmental agreement and revised amended budget for the CASA VOCA grant with the Illinois Criminal Justice Information Authority in our packet on pages 215 through 222, and I'll move that.
Motion by Member Gordon. Is there a second? Second by Member Johnston. Comments or questions? Discussion? If none, all in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Motion's carried.
Our second item, item G1B, request approval of an emergency appropriation ordinance amending the McLean County fiscal year 2019 combined annual appropriation and budget ordinance in the Circuit Clerk's office. As noted, it requires a 2/3 vote found on page 223, and I'll move that.
Motion by Chairman Gordon, second by Member Martin. Are there comments or questions? Yes, sir. Member Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just had a question as to whether Mr. Everhart was able to cash in on that discount he talked about. Is this for the microfilm machine?
Yes. So they were able to make that procurement, sir, on the microfilm duplicator reader. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions, comments? If none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried. Are there any dissenting votes? Motion is unanimous.
Mr. Chairman, our general report is found in the unapproved minutes on pages 32 through 37, and I'll be glad to answer any other questions.
Thank you, sir. We'll move on to the County Administrator report. Mr. Wasson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have nothing further for the board today. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any other business or communication tonight? If not, I have bills to approve. They've been reviewed and submitted and approved by the auditor in the amount of $3,920,614.98. Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Member Metzger, second by Member Kaisley. Any comments or questions about the bills? If none, all in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Well, thank you all for doing all that reading for a rather large packet. We really went through the program and the agenda pretty rapidly, and I have nothing else to say except all you viewers out there who are watching this, I thank you for joining us, and I bid you all a very pleasant good evening, and this meeting's adjourned. Be happy.